everybody, Kerry Harrison here from Simple Woodturning Tools, and in this video we're going to show how to assemble and set up the simple hollowing system. So the first thing to note is this is how it comes packaged. We actually take styrofoam insulation and mill it out so all the parts fit in here just perfectly. So when you get this, it's going to be in really super nice shape. The first thing we got to do is take these two parts here. This is the base mounting plate and this tube, and we're going to put some set screws in them, or flathead screws anyway, not set screws. And there's just 3 holes on the bottom of the tube and 3 in the plate. And this wrench that comes with is the one you need for that. So you run those 3 in. So the reason we're making this is actually a new video for assembly, is because we've been selling this thing for many years, and when I first developed it, there were some suggestions that got made over time by customers for improvements, and this is actually one of them. This used to be a welded part, but we found out that it works way better to do it this way because this is machined perfectly square, and it just makes everything work really nice. So there, that's all there is to that. Then we got this part and this just threads in here. You can tighten this up with a pliers too if you want, and then that screw won't come out of there. So then this mounts over here like this. And the standard clamp that comes with this is this one right here, and this is kind of a universal clamp that'll work on pretty much every lathe, including this one. Now this is the Nova Galaxy DVR, and there's another plate that you can buy if you have the DVR lathe, and I think this is 15 bucks or so on our website, and it works better on this particular lathe. So this is the one that I'm going to use here. And we just put that underneath there, and it just spins right up like that. And so that's how you mount that, and then it's pretty nice. It slides back and forth like that. And then the next step is this pivot pin, which just drops in right here like that. And then there's a couple of set screws. Tighten that up. And that's good. There we go. And that you really never have to adjust. So then the next thing is we got these locking collars here. A couple of them. And a couple thrust bearings. So a locking collar goes on here, like that, and a thrust bearing. And then this whole linkage assembly is the next thing. So that slides down on there like that. And I'm just going to kind of guess here where this goes. For starters, oops, I had the wrong wrench. There's another wrench that comes with. If I can get it to go on that screw, that'd be nice. There we go. Alright, we'll just leave that like that for now. And then there's, you can buy this hollowing system with, you can get just the hollowing system, you can buy it with the laser that we'll get to in a minute, and you can buy it with your choice of tools. So depending on what you have or don't have, you can order it accordingly. So to set it up, I'm just going to use this STH tool. And just stick it in here. Back that screws out a little bit. Like that. Now you notice I've got a live center mounted in the headstock. That's because I'm going to use that to set the height of this. So the cutting head, or the cutter, needs to be right on the center line of the lathe, and of course it's super easy to to see that with that center in there. So I'm just going to raise this up just a little bit to where that's just like that. And then I'll take this bottom collar and bring it up there like that. Then it's just a matter of raising up the tool rest. And actually, I'm going to raise that. I'm going to lower this down just a little bit because you want a little bit of weight on this. So I'm going to drop that down just a little bit, about like so. And we're just slightly below it. And whoops. Raise that up to about like that. So that's how you get it right at the center line. And slide this over, and now that slides across there real nice and easy. And I didn't get it in there quite straight. So there we go. So this hollowing system is, we're really careful about how we machine this. It's really tight tolerances in here, and this thing is just silky smooth. It's fully articulating. You know, you can just move it in any position. So when you got it in a bowl or something, you know, you can just get around really good with it. So that's how that goes. So one question that we get on this, oh, I should probably talk about this here. Put this on here like that. That's kind of obvious how that goes, I guess. Anyway, that locks it down. One question we get about this is will it fit on a mini lathe? Well, it sure will. This lathe, look at this, I think a 48, but a mini lathe, they're usually about 24 inches. So if I slid this up here, which was kind of where it would fit on a mini lathe, we would be like this. So you'd have something more like that. And you can see you can still use this for that. So it worked good on a mini lathe. So this will fit on any lathe that has these split ways like this. As long as you can get this clamp in here, it'll work for you. So that's how you set that up. Now the next thing is the laser. If you bought the laser, it goes in here like that. And then the laser itself goes on the top here. Okay, no, I don't have the screw back down enough. Alright, and then this, the laser, needs to just be parallel with, oh, there it goes. Well, we got it, no, oh boy. There, finally got the screw back down enough. Okay, so there it goes on there like that. So these two rods, or the rod, the laser tube, and the tool, they need to be parallel with each other, like that. That should be good. And then it comes with a nice long cord, and I've already got a cord over there, so I'm not going to unwrap this one. And this is all 5 volts now, so they come with these little plugs. Everybody's got these plugs nowadays for their cell phone. It's the exact same thing. If you ever lose this or whatever, you can just use the one for your cell phone. So plug this in here like this. And then you can see the laser there. Oh, I forgot to put the thumb screw in. Thumb screw goes in here, and that clamps this. So you can see the laser there shining on my hand. I'm just going to slide this back like that till it's just off that kind of the corner of it there, if you will. And then we tighten this down, and then it stays put. Okay, one of the improvements that we made is this clamp here. The original version of this, I had a block that I had made with a bunch of set screws in it, and that was not very easy to adjust. So we came up with a new design here. So that's one of the reasons that we're making this new video, to show that part. So now I'm going to take this guy out of here. And one of the things I've been working on lately is hybrid turnings with our new acrylic and resin turning tools. And I made this bowl here out of clear resin, and I thought, man, this would be great for showing how to adjust this laser, or showing what the laser does. I think it's great for that anyway, because you can see right through it. Oops, they're locked up there. So hopefully that'll show up on the video. Now, one thing about this laser is probably on this video it's going to be a big blob. Looks like about the size of a dime usually. That is a little tiny spot in reality, but these video cameras that we use, they don't really show that dot very good. So that's just something to be aware of. Anyway, you can see that laser shining on the outside of the bowl. And if I have that laser set so that it's about 1/4 inch away, I can just chip this a little bit if I want. So it's 1/4 inch away from the cutter right there. I'll get 1/4 inch wall thickness right when that laser falls off the end of the bowl, right? So hopefully you can see that in there. You can see the tool and the laser dot. I don't know how good that's going to show up, but anyway, having this laser is just great because it shows you the depth as well. So you can tell just exactly how deep you're cutting. You can check your wall thickness, and it really works out nice. So this hollowing system comes with, like I said, there's a bunch of options on the tools you can buy. And one of the questions that we get a lot is, how deep can you hollow with this? Well, you can see if I have it bumped up against the tool rest like that, I got about 9 inches there. So with all of our standard tools, or the full-size tools, I should say, you can go about 9 inches or so. Now we also sell the shear cutter. We shall sell that in 2 different lengths. So one is the 12-inch length, and then we got the 16-inch length too. And that's because we have a lot of customers that want to go into a deeper bowl. So if we put that in here, and just turn it up like that. Now we can actually hollow down to about 13 inches. So that gives you a lot more reach. So if you set this up like that, and depending on which tools you use, you're all set to go. Another thing is the mid-size tools. If you are going to use this on a mini lathe, the mid-size tools will fit in this hollowing system too. It has a 1/2 inch bore, but we have a bushing, and I think I have one right here. Yeah, it's right here. So we have this little bushing here, and I'll just show you how that works so we can find my Allen wrench. We'll just take a mid-size tool. Take this one here. And of course, it fits right in this bushing. And then pop this guy out. And you can see how that works. So if you're using this on a mini lathe, you'd be way up here like this, something in that neighborhood. You can see how you can still use this. Here, I'll adjust the laser. Let me find out where it is. There it is. So set the laser about like that. And then you can see how this would work. So if your lathe end here, like it would on a mini lathe, you can see that would still work in there just really nice. So another question that we got was, why is this rod so long? Well, it's because we have to make this for lathes with, like a 24-inch swing. So we have to make this rod accommodate every lathe size. And we had a customer a while ago that was concerned about this was in his way. For some reason, it was bothering him. And so if that's the case ever, you can just cut this off to whatever size you want, kind of customize it for your lathe, and then it won't be in your way anymore. So yeah, that's about it. Like I said, all of our tools will fit in here with the use of that bushing. And yeah, I think if you have any questions or anything, just let us know. And thanks a lot for watching this video. Hope it explains how to use this and set it up and assemble it. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends if you would. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that. It helps us, build the channel. So thanks for watching.